I'm Harun and it's your YouTube channel Harun Zone. Today in this video I will discuss the NEET Biology MCU Biology question paper that happened in 4 that was happened 4 May 2025. In this video I will discuss these questions in English version in details. So don't be late. Let's start. Question number 91. 91 says Question 91 says the complex 2 of mitochondria electron transport chain is also known as cytochrome succinate dehydrogenase or succinate Q reductase that convert FADH2 to FAD plus and release two proton and two electron also during electron transport system. Question number 92 says polymerase chain reaction or PCR that discovered by Kerry Mullis amplifies DNA. Amplifies means increase the number of DNA. Following the equation is 2 to the power n. N is number of generation. Each generation the DNA number become doubled. 93 number question says what are the potential drawback disadvantage of IVF method, in vitro fertilization method. Here the IVF method fertility risk to mother, expensive instrument and reagent. This is the on major disadvantage. Less adoption to orphans, D, and possibility that the early embryo does not survive. So the correct option is BDF. This is the advantage of IVF, disadvantage of IVF. 94 number question says what is the name of the blood vessel that carries deoxygenated blood from the body to the heart in frog? In case of frog, the deoxygenated blood carried from body to heart is pulmonary artery. Question number 95 says, which one of the following statement refers to reductionist biology? Reductionist biology means the large organ divide into small particle, and analyze it properly. That is, it represents the physico-chemical approach to study and understanding living organism. Next question, 96. Given below are two statements. Statement 1 says, in the RNA world, RNA is considered the first genetic material evolved to carry out essential little process. This is a life process. RNA act as genetic material and also catalyst known as ribosome for some important biochemical reaction living system. Being reactive, RNA is unstable. All points of this statement is true. Statement 2. DNA evolved from RNA and is more stable genetic material. Its double helical strands belongs to complementarity and reduced change evolution repairing mechanism. The both 1 and 2 statement are correct. So right answer is 1. Question number 97 says epiphytes that are growing on a mango branch is an example of which of the following? Epiphytes are organisms that grow on another plant but do not harm them. That means they benefited but other not harm. That is called commensalism. Because the epiphytes on mango branch, they collect moisture, humidity or moisture or nutrient from atmosphere or air. So the mango plant do not harmed. Question number 98 says from the statement given below choose the correct option. A. The eukaryotic ribosome are ribosome made by two subunits. In case of eukaryotic ribosome, there is 40S and 60S. But in case of prokaryotic ribosome, it made by 30S and 50S. prokaryotic. So eukaryotic ribosome are made 80s and 70s right? Each ribosome has two subunits, right? See, the two subunits 80s ribosome are 60s and 40s, and which while that of 70s ribosome 50s and 30s. See, right? The two subunits of 80s ribosome are 60s 20s, not false. The two subunits of 80s 60s 30s, not false. So A, B, and C are true. The correct option is 1. Question number 99 says, which one of the following is an example of ex situ conservation? Ex situ conservation means conservation done outside of the natural habitat, that is zoological park and botanical garden. 100 number question says, given below are two statements. Statement 1 says the primary source of energy in ecosystem is solar energy, that is photon particle. Photon particle. Statement 2 says the rate of production of organic matter during photosynthesis in the ecosystem is called primary productivity. Not this is called gross primary productivity. The the organic matter that is produced during photosynthesis is called gross primary productivity. And net primary productivity is when the net primary productivity is equal to when GPP minus respiration. When a plant use the energy by respiration, the remaining energy is called NPP. So statement 2 is wrong. So the correct option is statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Next question 101. Match list 1 with list 2. Emphysema, anginopectoris, glomerulonephritis, and tetany. The emphysema is a lungs disease that acute chest pain enough when not enough oxygen is reaching to the heart muscle. Sorry. This is not the option. Emphysema means emphysema damage alveolar walls and decrease respiratory surface. Angina pectoris is acute chest pain when not enough oxygen is reaching to heart. And glomerulonephritis is an inflammation of glomeruli of the kidney. Tetany is a rapid spasm of in muscle due to low calcium in body fluid. The correct option is 3 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1. This one is correct option. Question number 102 says the given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion, another label is a reason. The assertion says both wind and water pollinated flowers are not very colorful and do not produce nectars because they do not attract insects or other organisms for their pollination. The option assertion is right. Reason, the flowers produce enormous amount of pollen grains in wind and water pollinated flower because they they produce large number of pollen grains. So most of the pollen are destroyed by wind or water. So both A and are true. R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 103 says, which of the following is an example of non-distilled alcoholic beverage produced by yeast or Saccharomyces cerevisiae, that is beer and wine, is non-distilled. But in case of distilled, whiskey, brandy and rum are distilled alcoholic beverage. So when in this question want to know the non-distilled distilled alcoholic beverage, that is beer and wine. But whiskey, brandy and rum is distilled alcoholic beverage. Question number 104 says, given below are two statements. Statement 1, in a floral formula that represent actinomorphic. But here zygomorphic, so the wrong. of the flower, and G stands for inferior, not G stands for superior ovary, where ovary is placed above all other floral parts. Superior. So statement 1 is false. Statement 2 says statement 2 says in a floral formula, this is stands for actinomorphic and nature of the flower, and G stands for superior ovary. Statement 2 is right. So statement 1 is false, incorrect, and statement 2 is correct. Answer is option number 4. Question number 105 says streptokinase produced by bacterium Streptococcus is caused for, it is also called clot buster, removing clots from blood vessel. Question number 106 says which chromosome in the human genome has the highest number of genes? Chromosome number 1 says 2968. 2968 gene. Chromosome number X 900 to 1400 genes are present. Chromosome number Y 231 chromosomes are present. The chromosome number 10 is 1357 gene. 1357 genes are present. The highest number genes present in chromosome number 1. Option 3 is correct. Option number Question number 107. Which of the following statement is correct about location of the male frog copulatory pad? Male frog copulatory pad is located in the first digit of the forelimb that help in copulation during sexual reproduction or coupling. Question 108 says, which one of the following phytohormone means plant hormone, promotes nutrient metabolization which helps delay of leaf senescence? So anti-senescence hormone is called cytokinin. Anti-senescence, that means delay aging, is by cytokinin. Question number 109 says, while trying to find out the characteristics of a newly found animal, a researcher did the histology of adult animal and observed a cavity with presence of mesodermal tissue towards the body wall, but no mesodermal tissue was observed towards the alimentary canal. What could be the possible coelom of the plenum? It is pseudocoelom, and it is also found in Asclepias. That is roundworm. Question number 110 says, match list 1 with list 2. Head. This is the structure of sperm, where head genetic material is present, the mitochondria present in the midpiece of the body, and this is tail. The head region contains the genetic material, midpiece source of energy, acrosome enzyme, highly rich enzyme present, acrolysin present, tails is sperm motility. So 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1 and 2. 4, 3, 1 and 2. Option number 1 is correct. Question number 111 says, given below are the stages in the life cycle of pteridophytes. Arrange the following stage in the correct sequence. First, meiosis in the spore mother cell. So spore mother cell is diploid, and meiosis when meiosis occurs haploid, that is gametophyte. And this gametophyte is called prothallus. Clear? Prothallus formed antheridia and archegonia. Then antherozoids. The antherozoids means antherozoids are looks like flagellated, transfer anthers to the archegonia present in water. Then the fertilization occur. So first option is meiosis, then prothallus, 3 number formation, 4 number transfer, 5 number fertilization. So correct option is 1. Question number 112 says cardiac activity of the heart is regulated by nodal tissue. Nodal tissue means SA node and AV node. Correct. A special neural center in the middle of oblongata, the autonomic nervous system, right? Adrenal medullary hormone, that is adrenaline, cortical hormone not. So A, B and C are correct. Option number 1 is correct. Question number 113 says, which of the following organism cannot fix nitrogen? This is Volvox. Volvox is not fixed atmospheric nitrogen. This is chlorophycine. Question number 114 says, transfer RNAs and ribosomal RNA do not interact with mRNA. But this is not true, because during protein formation, protein production, the mRNA, transfer RNA and ribosomal RNA both interact with mRNA. So statement 1 is false. RNA interference takes place in all eukaryotic organisms as a method of cellular defense. This is right. So option number 2 is right. Option number 1 is false. Incorrect or 2 is correct. Option number 4 is correct. Next question, 115. Here this is a plasmid. This is restriction endonuclease. This is also restriction endonuclease. This is tetracycline resistant gene and this is ampicillin resistant gene. This is origin of replication and beta galactosidase. In the above represented plasmid, an alien species of DNA is inserted in the E. coli site. This is E. coli site or beta galactoside is already present. So in this region, the foreign DNA are inserted. Foreign DNA inserted. Which of the following strategies will be chosen to select the recombinant colonies? Using ampicillin tetracycline containing medium plate not. Blue color colonies, because beta galactoside is normally produce blue color that represent non-recombinant. But when the foreign DNA insert in this region, the beta galactoside gene become inactivate. So inactivate gene do not produce blue color, they have become white. It is called insertional inactivation. Insertional inactivation. That is, color will be selected white color. Option number 3 is correct. Question number 116 says, which of the following genetically engineered organism was used earlyly to prepare to human insulin by humulin? This bacteria, that is E. coli. Because generation number of generation, bacteria multiply every 20 minutes. 20 minutes, that is short lifespan, that help to produce more human insulin within a short time. Question number 117 says, name the class of enzyme that usually catalyze the following reaction. This is the substrate, this is functional group, and this is another functional group. So here the functional group is transfer or replace, that is called transferase. But during hydrolase, the bond is break. Suppose AB and S2O. So that is AH plus BOH. This is hydrolase. Hydrolase breaks the bond. Lyase means formation double bond. Form double bond. A ligase is joined two molecules. Okay, so here correct option is transferase. Question 118 says find the statement that is not correct with regard to structure of the monocot stem. The hypodermis is parenchymatous not, it is sclerenchymatous. Chymatous. Vascular bundle are scattered, right? Vascular bundle are conjoined and closed, that is, looks like phloem and xylem. No cambium present. This is right. Phloem parenchyma is absent, may be absent, but this correct option is not correct. One, hypodermis is made by parenchymatous. Next question 109 says the correct sequence of events in life cycle of bryophytes. Life cycle of bryophytes. First, bryophyte in case of bryophytes, the first attachment of gametophyte to the substratum. Gametophyte plant first substratum attach 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 to the substratum. Then release of antherozoid into water. That is one. This is two. Then attach then fusion of antherozoid into egg. 3. Formation of sporophyte. 4. And reduction division of produced haploid spore. That means the sporophyte is 2n, reduction to produce n, and this n again produce the gametophyte. Clear this life cycle. The option 3 is correct. Question number 120 says which are correct? Compound tomography and magnetic resonance imaging detect cancerous internal organs of internal organ, right? Chemotherapeutic drugs are used to kill non-cancerous cells. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes kill non-cancerous cell. This is not right. Alpha interferon activate the cancer patient's immune system, help in destroying tumor. This is right. Chemotherapeutic drug are biological response not modifier. Not chemotherapeutic drug uh, find out find out and destroy cancer cell. But modifier like cytokines, vaccine that alter the immunological response of the body. So this is not correct. In the case of leukemia, blood cell counts decrease, not always decrease, also increased. Sometime increase or decrease. So here the A and C only is the correct option. Question number 121. 121 says match list 1 with list 2 centromere. What is the function of centromere? That is cell division. Central function is cell division. That is cilium. Cilium means that is cell movement. Christi present in mitochondria, cell membrane phospholipid bilayer. So correct option is 2, 3, 1, 4. 2, 3, 1, 4. Option number 4 correct. Question 122 says this is the type of pigments and absorb color. Chlorophyll A is blue green, absorb light blue green. Chlorophyll B absorb yellow green. Xanthophyll is yellow. Carotene is yellow to orange. So correct option 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. 3, 1, 2, 4. Option number 2 is correct. Question number 123 says find out the correct statement. In human pregnancy, the major organ systems are formed at the end of 12 weeks. This is the correct option. In human pregnancy, the major organ system are formed at the end of 8 weeks, not 12, after 12 weeks. C number, in human pregnancy, heart is formed after 1 month of gestation. Yes, it's correct option. D. In human pregnancy, limbs and disease develop by the end of second month. And option number C. In human pregnancy, the appearance of hair is usually observed in fifth month. This option correct. This option correct. So A, C, D, and E. The option number 4 is correct. 1 to 4 says, question number 1 to 4 says, in the seeds of cereals, the outer covering of endosperm separates the embryo by protein-rich layer. This protein-rich layer is called aleuron layer. Coleoptile is the covering of plumule, and coleorrhiza is the covering of radicle. Integument is the outer layer of ovary, ovule. Question number 1 to 5 says, which of the following diagram is correct with regard to proximal convoluted tubule and distal convoluted tubule? And here, this is the proximal convoluted tubule, this is the distal convoluted tubule, and the absorption figure is determine their function. So here, option number 2 is correct because PCT reabsorbed bicarbonate, sodium chloride, and water, and absorb H plus and Na3 and ammonia from blood, and DCT reabsorbs sodium chloride, H2 and bicarbonate to the blood, and from blood K plus and H plus absorb. Question number 1 to 6 says, identify the part of the bioreactor which is used to foam breaker. This is the foam breaker. Foam breaker means after fermentation of microbes on the above the nutrient medium produce some foamy structure. This foam is the waste product of the organism. This is impeller that mix the nutrient medium. Sterile air supply through this tube, and B is the motor. The correct option is C. Question number 1 to 7 says, give below are two statements. One is labeled assertion, reason. Assertion: a typical unfertilized angiosperm embryo sac at maturity 8 nucleated. That is, this is the embryo sac where one is egg, two are chalazal cell, and here polar nucleus, and this is antipodal cell. All are haploid, but except this is diploid because two cells fused to form the polar nucleus. The egg apparatus has two polar nuclei, not a single polar nuclei. So option number right and region is false. So A is true and R is false. Option number 3 is correct. Question number 1 to 8. A specialized membranous structure in a prokaryotic cell which helps in cell wall formation, DNA replication, respiration. The cell membrane is folded inner side and produce a mesosome. Mesosome bear cytochrome, that is the identical enzymes of mitochondria. So scientists believe that the mitochondria are derived from this mesosome. That is mesosome answer. Question number 1 to 9 says, which of the following are the post-transcriptional events in eukaryotic cell? Transport pre-amino cytoplasm, pre-splicing not. After splicing and modification, the mature mRNA transferred to the cytoplasm. Removal of intron and joining of action, right? Addition of methyl group 5' end. The addition of adenine to 3' end, and base pairing also. So the correct option is, the wrong option is A, but B, C, D and A are correct. So here the correct option is CDE. Question number 130 says, what is the pattern of inheritance of polygenic trait? It is a non-Mendelian inheritance of pattern because the trait is determined by many genes. Question 131 says, which of the following enzymes contain heme? Rubisco, Rubisco contain magnesium as a prosthetic group, carbonic anhydrase, zinc, succinate FAD, FES, and catalase contain heme. Correct option 4. Question number 132 says, each of the following characteristics presents a kingdom proposed Whittaker. The Whittaker classification: first Monera, then Protesta, then Plantae, Fungi, Animalia. So, first prokaryotes, that is unicellular, and prokaryotic. The prokaryote cell with the made of the C is 1 number. 2 number, eukaryotic autotrophs with tissue or organ. Then eukaryotic cells with cellular body, then cellular organization. But first eukaryotic with unicellular, it prokaryotic and unicellular. The first one, then 2. 3 number is multicellular heterotrophs with cell wall made of chitin, that is fungus. 3. 4 is the eukaryotic autotrophs with tissue or organ level body organization. Then 5. B. Correct option is C. 2. Question 133 says, who is known as the father of ecology in India? That is Ramdev Mishra. Question 134 says, match list 1 with list 2. Alfred, Hershey and Chase. DNA as a genetic material. Euchromatin is loosely packed and light stained. Frederick Griffith, Streptococcus pneumoniae. Frederick Griffith, Streptococcus pneumoniae. And heterochromatin is densely packed and dark stained. So A4, B3, C1, A4, B3, C1, D2. Option number 3 is correct. 135 says, neoplastic characteristics of cells refer to a mass of proliferating cell, rapid growth of cell, invasion and damage to the surrounding tissue, those confined to original location. A mass of proliferating cell, right? A rapid growth of cell is also right, and invasion and damage to the surrounding tissue, that is called contact inhibition. So 2. Question 136 says, given below are two statements. Statement 1, the DNA fragments extracted from gel electrophoresis can be used in the construction of recombinant DNA. This is gel electrophoresis technique where this is the negative, positive, anode and cathode. If DNA is filled in this well and electric supply done, then the larger fragment remain in this side and a smaller fragment to the cathode side, because the positive charge, because DNA is the negative charge and move from positive to negative anode to cathode side. So DNA fragment extracted from gel electrophoresis can be used in the construction of recombinant DNA, right? Statement 2. Smaller sized DNA fragments are observed near anode while larger fragments are found near the well in the agarose cell. This is also right. So both statement and statement 2 is correct. Match list question 137 says match list 1 with list 2. Adenosine. Adenosine is adenosine is nucleotide. Adenosine is nucleotide. Adenosine is nucleoside. Adenylate acid is nucleotide. Adenine is nitrogen base and alanine is amino acid. So 3214. 3214. Option number 3 is correct. Question number 138 says consider the following. The reductive division for the female gametogenesis start earlier than that of male gametogenesis. That is fetus development during fetus time. Correct option. The gap between the first meiotic and second meiotic division is much shorter for males compared to female because first meiotic division occur in fetus condition in case of female, but second meiotic division occurred during puberty. So there is long distance, but in case of male, first and second division rapidly occur. So B is right. The first polar bond is associated with the formation of primarycyte, not false. Luteinizing hormone surge leads to disintegration of the endometrium, not. Luteinizing hormone surge disintegrate corpus luteum. So the progesterone level decrease. For this why the endometrium and onset of menstrual bleeding occur. So this is also so A and B are correct. Question 139 says all living members of the class Cyclostomata are ectoparasite. Question number 140 says given below two statements, one is labeled with assertion and another label is reason. In assertion, the primary function of the Golgi apparatus is to package the material made by the endoplasmic reticulum and deliver it to the intracellular target and outside of the cell. This is right. Vesicles containing materials made by the endoplasmic reticulum fuse with the cis phase of the Golgi apparatus and they are modified and released from the trans phase of the Golgi. Both right. So both A and R is true and R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 141 says match list 1, list 2, scutellum, non-albuminous seed, epiblast and perisperm. Perisperm is persistent nucleus, epiblast is rudimentary cotyledon, epiblast is rudimentary cotyledon, non-albuminous seed is groundnut and scutellum is cotyledon of monocot. 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. That is option number 1 is correct. Question number 142 says given below assertion reason, the assertion all vertebrates are chordate, but all chordates are not vertebrate, right? Because first notochord found in chordata, the notochord convert into vertebral column in vertebrata. The member of subphylum vertebrata possesses notochord during the embryonic period. The notochord is replaced by cartilaginous or bony vertebral column in adults. Both A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 143 says identify the statement that is not correct. Each antibody made by structure 1 to this This is a fragment of antibody binding site, fragment of constant region. They bond by disulfide bridge. Each antibody has two light to heavy chain, right? The heavy and light chain are held together by disulfide bond, right? Antigen binding site is located at C terminal. This is C terminal, not. This is fragment of antigen binding site. This is false. Constant region of heavy and light chains are located at C terminals, right? So not correct option is option number 3. Question number 144 says silencing of specific RNA is possible by RNA because it's complementary double stranded RNA. Question number 145 says genes R and Y depend independent assortment in Mendelian inheritance. RRYY and RRY crossed, then in F2 generation ratio is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. 146 histone are enriched with lysine and arginine. 147 says the first menstruation is called menarche. Menopause means the last menstrual cycle in human body. Question number 148 says match list 1 list 2. Heart release atrial natriuretic factor. Kidney release erythropoietin that help in production of more blood cell. Gastrointestinal tract release secretin, adrenal cortex, aldosterone. So here correct option is 3, 1, 4, 2. 3, 1, 4, 2. Option 4 is correct. Question number 149 says the protein portion of the enzyme is called apoenzyme. Question number 150 says which of the following is the unit of productivity of ecosystem, that is GM minus 2. Okay, but in case of energy, this is right. Question 151 says sweet potato and potato represent a certain type of evolution. Select the correct combination. Sweet potato and potato belongs to different ancestor. So sweet potato and potato are coming from different ancestor, but they survive in a same local habitat. That is called convergent evolution. Convergent and analogous organ. One 152 says with the help of the given pedigree find out the probability for the birth of child having no disease and bearing a carrier. No disease, carrier. Has the disease mutation in the allele gene in F3 generation. So here it is autosomal recessive. Suppose this father is affected, that is AM, and mother is carrier, that is AM. If we cross A, A, this portion is, that is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is this plus 2 by 4 portion is non-disease but carrier. Answer is 1 by 2. Question number 153 says given by assertion cell of the tapetum possesses dense cytoplasm and generally have more than one nucleus, that is multinucleated. Presence of more than one nucleus in the tapetum increases the efficiency of nursing and developing microspore mother cell. Microspore mother cell. Here both options are correct. Question number 15154 says, how many meiotic division needs to occur for the development of mature female gametophyte from megaspore mother cell? There are one meiosis and three mitosis required. But in case of male gametophyte, in case of male gametophyte, here correct option is option number 3. But male gametophyte is one meiosis and two mitosis occur. Male gametophyte. Then question number one for the option number 3, right? Question number 155 says, which of the following is an example of zygomorphic flower? That is only one vertical section, they are divided equally. That is pea. Suppose this is a pea plant, pea flower, and section vertically only one plane. Question number 156 says, after maturation in primary lymphoid organs, the lymphocyte migrate for interaction with the antigen to secondary lymphoid organs. So here, which one is secondary lymphoid organ? Choose the correct answer from the option. The spleen is secondary lymphoid organ. Peyer's patches in small intestine is the secondary lymphoid organ. Lymph nodes is secondary lymphoid organs. But thymus and bone marrow is the primary lymphoid organ. CDE is the correct option. Question number 157 says, fig fruit is a non-vegetarian. This is a misconception. Fruit as it has enclosed figos, because fig wasps are enter into the fig for their reproduction and help in pollination of the fig plant, not part of the fig fruit. So it is misconception. Fig wasp and fig trees exhibit mutual relationship as fig wasp completes life cycle in fig fruit and fig fruit gets pollinated by fig wasp. This is right. The statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. Match list 1 with list 2. The Evil Quarter. What is Evil Quarter? Evil Quarter contain four reasons to destroy or lose the biodiversity. Evil Quarter determine Evil Quarter represent habitat loss. Habitat loss, invasion of alien species, co-extinction, over exploitation, and these quarter structure are responsible for the destruction of biodiversity. The evil quarter is called biodiversity losses. Exceed conservation is the cryopreservation, where minus 196 degrees centimeter liquid nitrogen is required for conserve the germ plasm. Lantana camera, alien species invasion is dodo extinction. So correct option is 3 1 2 4. 3 1 2 4. Next question says 165, which of the following hormone released from the pituitary and actually synthesized in the hypothalamus, that is antidiuretic hormone and also oxytocin. Question number 166 says, role of the water vascular system in economy. Main function is respiration, digestion, and locomotion. But not fully. But not fully. Why? not fully excretion. So correct option respiration, locomotion, capture, transport, food, digestion and respiration. So A, C and D. A and C. Correct option. Question number 167 says, which of the following type of immunity is present at the time of birth and is non-specific? From birth, non-specific. This is innate immunity. 168 says, and by remaining the immune system is activated after presence of antigen. That is humoral immunity means B cell mediated, cell mediated, T cell mediated immunity acquired in the presence of antigen. When antigen present, then acquired immunity form. Question 168 says, in bryophytes, the gametophyte helps in which one of the following? That is, the gamma calf. Gimme is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Next question 169 says, in frog, the renal portal system is especially venous connection that act to link kidney and lower part of the body. 170, question number 170 says, given below are two statements. Statement 1, in ecosystem there is unidirectional flow of energy sun from producer to consumer. This is right. Ecosystems are exempted from second law of the not. Second law of thermodynamics says that when the system proceeds, the entropy always increase. So when the sun energy transfer from producer to consumer level, entropy always increase. Entropy always increase. Next question. So here statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. 3 is right. Question number 171 says, which of the following statement about Rubisco? Rubisco full form is ribulose, bulose, bisphosphate, carboxylase, oxygenase. Most abundant enzymes in this earth, and it has both activity. Carboxylase that accept carbon dioxide, also accept oxygen. It activity only in the dark, not false. It day and night. It has higher affinity for oxygen, not higher. Depend on the condition. It is an enzyme involved in the photolysis or not. It catalyzes the carboxylation of RBP because it converts ribulose 5 phosphate to ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. Question 172 says, which of the following enzymes are not essential for gene cloning? So for gene cloning, the enzymes are require restriction in nucleus because it is called molecular seizure, DNA ligase, molecular glue, and DNA polymerase. So A, B, and E. So not required is C and D. That is DNA mutation and DNA polymerase. That is 1. Question number 173 says, read the following statement on plant growth and development. Parthenocarpy can be induced by auxin. Maybe auxins, cytokine, gibberellin, or hormones are required for parthenocarpy. Seed or seedless fruit development. Plant growth regulator can be involved in promotion as well as inhibition of growth. Definitely, because auxin, gibberellin, cytokine are growth promoter, but abscisic acid and ethylene growth inhibitor. Dedifferentiation is prerequisite for reproduction. Also, right. Dedifferentiation means cell lost their maturity and again start to divide. Dedifferentiation means redifferentiation means again they become mature. So A, B, and C is correct. Question number 174 says, Which factor is important for termination of transcription? That is rho factor, because it has helicase activity. Question 175. Frog respire in water by skin and buccal cavity, and on land by skin and buccal cavity and lungs. Choose the correct answer from the following. The statement is true for water but false for land. Not. This statement is true for both water and lands. Question 176 says, "This war, the twins are born to family that lives next door to you. The twins are boy and girls. Which of the following must be true? Because they are fraternal twins. Fraternals means two babies are birth after fertilization of two egg. But in case of monozygotic twins, they are from two twins are forms from a single zygote, so they are 100% genetically similar, but they are 50% genetically similar, and their sex may be different, but in monozygote twins the sex may be same, sex must be same. Question 177 says, which of the following microbes is not involved in the preparation of household product? That is Trichoderma polysporum and Propionibacterium harmony, that is C and E. Question number 178 says, match the list 1, list 2. Progesterone. Here, one confusion is appear that progesterone and relaxin both hormone occur from corpus luteum. Clear? But here, more efficient answer is progesterone is produced from corpus. Progesterone. Here, progesterone appear from corpus luteum, relaxin from ovary, melanocyte-stimulating hormone from the pars intermedia, pars intermedia, and catecholamine from adrenal gland. So correct option is 4 2 1 3 4 2 1 3. Right. Question number 179 says, the blue and white selectable markers have been developed which differentiate recombinant from non-recombinant. One of the basis of their ability to produce color in the presence of chromogenic substrate. That means suppose this is a plasmid, suppose this is E. coli, EcoR1, and here also present beta galactosidase. Beta galactosidase. They produce blue in color in normal condition, non-recombinant condition. But when foreign gene inserted in this region, the gene of beta galactosidase is deactivated. So they do not produce the blue color, only white color is produced. So blue colored colonies have been inserted in the plasmid, they are identified recombinant or false. The colonies without blue color have DNA inserted in the plasmid are identified as recombinant colonies. So 2 is right. So statement 1 is incorrect, statement 2 is correct. The last question of this question paper is, which one of the following equation represents the Var-Hulst pair logistic growth population? In case of logistic population, we show that this is lag phase, log phase, stationary phase, and death phase. So this phase is called stationary phase called carrying capacity. Carrying capacity. Where here food and habitat both are limited. So in case of logistic growth curve, that is dn by dt rn k minus n by k. K for carrying capacity, R for the rate of growth. Rate of growth that determined by death rate or birth rate minus death rate. Correct option is 2. So thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share to your friends. And if you have any problem, please comment me on comment box. So again, thank you for watching this video.